Hey everyone, my name is Wyant. I'm a videographer based out of Toronto, and today we're just testing out my creator inspired camera rig. I've got the A7 IV and the Crane 3S, and right now I'm just headed out. It's always a pain getting to the car because I live in a condo. So if you notice, the bag's open because I have pretty much built out, and I didn't want to pack it up in a Nanook hard case or Pelican. Yeah, the rig's built out. It's in this DeWalt Tough System bag. I got this foldable Olympia XL cart. Shout out to David Moorfield. Works really well. Fits in my small hatch. So for lighting, I brought Aperture LS60X just in case, but I figured we're gonna have some nice dusk light. And we're just out here chilling, catching up. This is my buddy Tommy.
Yeah, all that
So yeah, here's the rig, Crane 3S, A7 IV. I've got the Sony 20mm on today. I'm definitely not used to building out cameras often. I usually have everything pre-built in doctor bags. But this was something I wanted to try. I had all these spare parts. The gimbal is actually technically not functioning correctly. The mode button is kind of pushed in, so when that's engaged, the gimbal won't turn on, so I have to kind of fiddle and tap with it. It's hard to explain, but I've had the gimbal since its release. I thought it was a good investment, and I'm always a fan of making my camera heavier just because it gets rid of those micro jitters. I remember starting out without IBIS. I'd always try to compensate with heavier rigs just to give that weighted feel. So yeah, here's my monitor. It's small HD Action 5 discontinued. It does the job. One thing that happens to me, I don't know if it happens to you guys, sometimes when I'm interacting with a client while I'm building the gear out, you get kind of lost in conversation and forget things. And I've gotten better at it. This is my friend, so we're just kind of vibing, chilling. And this is kind of like a first real attempt at using the camera rig in a live setting. I guess it's not live because we're buddies, but this was last minute getting the Rode NTG on top of the camera. The gimbal is pretty powerful, so I thought if I had adjusted the balance, should be able to hold it. It's bumping into the monitor slightly, so the monitor's kind of offset to the left. So yeah, you're seeing this from the GoPro Hero 12. If you can see my camera, the shutter's at a 1/100. I thought that with action, having a higher shutter might be better just to get some more fluid motion. And I thought about putting it through Catalyst Browse, but obviously you have to buy it to do some batch processing, and within the free version it converts the 10-bit footage into 8-bit, so I don't think it's worth it. If the footage looks alright, then I'll probably just stabilize it within DaVinci Resolve. I opted not to use any ND. I figured we were going to have lots of light, so I would just adjust with shutter and aperture. I definitely don't like the high shutter look. It looks very GoPro-y. It does a job for action, so I think for these action jobs, these gym videos, I'll probably kind of just play it by ear, depending on the sequence, and keep no ND on. So what do you guys think? The footage is pretty smooth. There's a little bit of post-processing, but it looks very fluid and organic. I definitely like this setup. It's heavy, but it's better than holding the gimbal traditionally, like a pole in front of you, and you're able to be very dynamic and move around. One thing is that I'm really relying on the Sony autofocus. It does a decent job depending on the person's outfit, but in this case, obviously, Tommy's wearing his hood up. Towards dusk, we're shooting wide open here, and I don't know if it's the camera or the lens or my settings, but the Sony 20 tends to hunt a little I've seen some reports online that the lens does hunt quite a bit. If you're shooting at a high aperture, if your depth of field is very deep, then the camera will try to hunt for a subject. So yeah, thanks for checking out this vlog.
You're showing a lot of people, so you gotta make sure this shit's,